How's it going, guys? Figure I'm gonna do a video, see if I can do a full video of doing a ground preform. We got some of this brick red rhyolite here. Got some cool little agatized lines. I hope that's what it is anyway in there. Hope it holds together. We're gonna see. This is a test piece anyway, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of process, how I go about doing stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there. I got the 80 grit on here, the nice heated waters. We're inside the napping shack, rock shack, whatever. A little cold out here in Texas, North Texas up here. Got that wind howling outside, so it's a little disrespectful. So we're gonna try to be a little explanatory doing on this. So we're gonna turn it up about 3/4 of the way on this 80 grit, and we're gonna try to get us a good lenticular profile started on this puppy. So here we go. See, you just want to get that edge rocking back, and I've got it eat up pretty good on the edge already. But I don't know if you heard me. You better watch your hands on that 80 grit, man. I don't like working with anything under 80 grit because, dude, it will just trash your hands. See what I'm talking about? Boy, you let go of that sucker, it gets you. Smoking fingertips clean off is what I'm talking about. When you get too aggressive on those wheels, you tone it back some. Ease up on the pressure. See, we've got her going about almost halfway now. We've got her beveled a little bit right there, so you can see it. We're almost to this point where we're going to flip her over to the other side. Got a little over half, that's never too bad, it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and flip on this side over and do the same thing. Got her going our way now. The whole face is ground up pretty good. It's going to keep this going to match this side. And you can really start seeing the defined little agatized lines in there. Hopefully that's what they are. We'll see. If not, they don't feel like cracks. I can't grab a nail on them, so we'll see. on that side. I stopped doing a center ridge. I'll explain that later on in the video. If we get that far and this sucker don't break, so yeah, I'll explain that later. But we'll continue on. I'm gonna go towards the tip because the tip, on the way I grind, always ends up being thicker. So I gotta address that before I flip it over. Got her smoked down now on there. She's looking real good. Got that real good high center ridge like you want. Got one little spot we'll address here in a second. A little bit on the back. Alright, she's about ready to flip over. And just the other side. Looks nice. Good, nice, got a nice lenticular profile to it. Just how you want it. So I'll flip her over, do the same on the other side. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I usually wear glasses, but being such heavy water on here right now, I'm not too worried about their stuff being chunked off, but that's just because I have such a heavy water flow. So when you're doing this, be sure to wear some eye protection. I'm trying to find mine, but it's MIA right now. So yeah, we'll keep going on this, and I'll show you another thing that I do that some people don't do, whatever, but I'll show you. So let me continue on. I don't know if you've seen it or picked up on or not. It's kind of like you don't keep it stopped. You keep it rocking the whole time because you're not trying to eat up one spot. You're trying to keep that nice smooth contour across the whole point. And so when I come down, I'll usually grind all the way down to 0. Like this edge will be 0, and we'll readdress and put a platform back on there later on in the thing. Right now, I want it to get the most lenticular curve into the point as possible, and in doing that, that is what the 0 platform is for, is I can curve it and meet on that, and I can readdress the platform later. It's no big deal. I'll show you. readjusting a couple spots facing the tip, just like the other side, and we will go on to the next wheel. She's looking mighty good, mighty good. Just trying to keep up the lenticular shape. See, gotta watch it, gotta watch it. That 80 grit, it gets ya, gets ya. Pretty good, pretty good. Push up a few more spots. Right on right. And we're probably good enough to go to the next wheel. Turn the water off. So you can hear me talk. She is, boy, already the profile. A little bit of thickness needs to be taken off here and there. Matter of fact, I forgot to grab the base like a special. We'll throw that back on there real quick. Okay. Base is readdressed. Now we're all back. All my edges are pretty much zero except my tip. I like to leave my tip a little thick. I addressed that right at the end. But the rest, pretty lenticular, man. I mean, look at her. She's rocking across there. That's what you want. You want her to rock. So we'll cut the water here. We're going to change from the 80 grit. Change from the 80 grit to the 100 and pretty much rinse and repeat, more or less. Do the same kind of steps as previous. Crank her back up to about 3/4 and plug our water back in. And then we're just literally gonna be chasing the saw marks or the grind marks on this one. We're just taking the grind marks off of the 100 or the 80 to make it look smoother and kind of a little bit more of the profile, and so forth and so on. So not much pressure, just kind of cleaning up grind marks, readjusting, making sure the profile's still good. You know, yada yada yada. Keep saying that over and over and over again. But rock rock it, rock it, rock it, man. That's what you want to do. Back and forth. Rock, rock, rock. You don't ever want to be still. You want that, keep that lenticular profile. See, we've almost got all the marks off that one. Just a little more on the tip. See, nice and smooth. Let's go on this side. Finish this side. A little more on the tip. And we're going to address the base. And like I said, everyone does this a little different. This is the way I've hybrid style that I've done, that I've come to. So we're fixing to change it up and go to the 180. Already that fast. See? Doesn't take much. After you're done working it to profile in the 80 grit, the rest really flies. You're not using the 100 or the 180 very much. And when you are using them, I'm not pressing very hard on them, so these wheels are going to last forever that way. And that's why I like working at most of your 90% of your work on your higher grit or your lower grit wheels. So turn it back up 3/4. Water, always got to remember the water. And we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go over the saw marks and yep, we're gonna go over the saw marks, and then we're gonna address the platform. And see how this wheel's not very loud because it's 180 grit, and we're just really barely pressing down, rocking it back and forth to take the saw marks off, or the grind marks off of it, and make it that much smoother so the flakes will travel across the face of the rock a lot simpler. Pretty good on that one. Maybe a little on the back there. You ain't gotta worry about your fingers as much on the 180 grit. They won't eat them all. But if you hone it down in there pretty good, you will, just like any other grinder, will take it off. Constant rocking motion. Just work up and down the whole point, taking off the grind marks from the previous 100 grit. Looks nice and good. Then we're going to address the base. Okay, so now everything's nice, smooth, the profile, really good looking. Now we just need to adjust our platforms, and that's when we're gonna go 90 degrees straight down, and we're gonna just make us a good platform. See, we're getting there. The reason I use the 180 to do my platforms is because the 100 will take micro chunks out of it, and sometimes it will have a chance to make a bad flake, man, and then you're gonna have to regrind the whole thing, regrind the whole face, and no one wants to do that. So try to get it right on the first go around. There's no regrinding because nobody likes to regrind. And on hard stone, I make the platform a little bigger. There you go. Here's the other side. It looks, 0 pretty much. And that's about how thick I like my hard stone platform on mine. So we're gonna do that all the way around. Y'all give me a break too on the whip here. This is rhyolite, so I'm not trying to clear a 2-inch face. I only want it to be probably right at an inch, to be fair, to be very, very fair and very good. Okay, I like those platforms. Base. Alright, so this is my finished fog ground preform. She's nice, lenticular, ground to shape. Got nice platforms all the way around, and I used to leave ridges. There is a ridge, but there's not a grind mark on my ridge anymore, except right there at the bases, and that's just because. But the reason I do that, I will show you when we get to flaking this puppy, if she holds, which I think all these are healed still. But man, just look at that beautiful, beautiful rhyolite. I hope it holds. I'm gonna pause this here video thing there, and we're gonna go at it again here in a second there, bud. You're gonna have to bear my music. I don't nap without music usually, unless it's just out in the middle of nature, and I'm out here in the middle of the shed, so you're gonna have to listen to a little bit of Max Stalin, and if that's a problem, I don't know what to tell you. So we're here for the napping, not for the music. So if you're for the napping, then you mind your business then. Alright, so I did find my safety glasses. Imagine that. So what we do, we get this here preform thingy-majigger bobber dilly whacker that I just made. You know, this hoodis here. And I got this there magical little contraption. You can get a whole pack of them suckers. A whole pack of them suckers at that there Hobby Lobby. So yeah, if you ain't got them, go get you some. You'll thank me later, or just don't thank me at all and just go get some. Whatever. Anyhow, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna flake. I'll flake this puppy, and I'm gonna show you my process of doing it. It is a hybrid method of a bunch of the greats all pulled together for what works for me, if that makes sense. And maybe this video will help you find something that helps you and works better for you. So take everything with a grain of salt. This is not exactly how you have to do it, man. This is just how I do it. And my granddad always told me there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, man. And every way gets you to the same end product, so it doesn't really matter. So just whatever works best for you. Just like my edges, I like flat 90-degree edges, man. I can't do beveled edges. Just can't do it. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put some dust on this here edge. We're gonna grind it up real nice and deep light, you know, real nice and deep light. And what it does is it's scarring that material horizontally so that copper can grab real good, and you're leaving that dust there. Keep your little grubby hands off that dust. That dust is grip, extra grip, extra grip. So you're gonna want to look like something like that right there, you know, like dust on there, child. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Then this is where a lot of folk differ. I watch a lot of folk, they'll use pressure flaker to fog with. I just don't do it. I like me an ishy stick, but my ishy stick is about as thin as a pressure flaker, probably the same size. It is one of these 2-piece, real neat for, you know, I travel around on my bike all the time. So she breaks down to almost about the same size as a, you know, normal one, so you can pack an ishy stick with you in a backpack, you know, or a backpack or whatever, you know. She screws together relatively good. I did have a I don't know where it's at in this here filthy shit of a, looks like a damn rock nuke went off in here. Anyway, yeah, it did have a tool in there that went in the bottom so you could adjust it with. Anyhow, besides the matter, let's get back to the napping. Copper nail, I like to have it maybe a little bit out more than that. I'll probably pull mine out here in a second if I can find the tool. Like I said, I do believe I have lost mine. Not lost it, it's here. Yeah, but don't worry about it right now. It's good. It's good enough. It'll work. Anyhow, what you want to do is you get your little file right here, little, excuse my language, is what it's called, a little bastard file, and you're just gonna want to make it a little, you know, a little rounded, kind of like you do your number 2 pencil up there at school, you know. Just about kind of how you want it. You want it not too sharp, not too dull. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but anyway. A little point right there in there. You see it right there? Yeah, right there. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. So not too dull, not too sharp. Maybe a little longer out to help you out a little bit. But the reason I like this ishy stick right here is because, man, it's got that flex in it, man, and that's what on this hard stone. You put that pressure in there, and you can feel that flex, and then you can pop real hard, and it'll just pull those flakes right off, man. I'm hoping I can show you here in a second. This is the kind of pad I use. It's wood backed. Your standard like horse mat, blah blah blah. Little channel in it, one wide channel, one short channel. Yeah. So we're gonna put this puppy on here and we're gonna try to flake a little bit. And I always line this issue up down my arm. It keeps me always lined up the same, and I can build that pressure up because I can kind of scrunch my arm and that issue stick up against my side and push into the piece, and then pop with my leg. Go pop. That's the key, man. And on hard stone like rhyolite, porcelainite, stuff like that, that's real hard, and basalt, especially basalt, you gotta really push and do a violent snap, real violent snap. So we'll see if we can do this. Less talking, more napping. So I don't snap all the time. And if I do, sometimes it's subtle. So it's flaking all right. I can tell when we get down here, we're gonna have to up it up some. So she's flaking, and I got my little grubby hands on the dust. Just touch her up some more. And don't be afraid to touch up that flaker now. Man, if that flaker gets there to dull, man, just go ahead and touch it up. Just go ahead and touch it up. Yeah, we're getting bigger flakes in there, but we're gonna have to get a little bit. Doing all right. Boy, it's tough stone, tough stone. I'm glad I made this thin because if it was any thicker, I don't believe I'd have been able to clear it. Man, it looks so neat though. That matte red brick color. Such a beautiful stone. And I got this stuff from Kelly Parks. If y'all want anything like that, he's got some awesome porcelainite. As well as this rhyolite. It is some neat material. Like I said, it's on the harder scale of rock. It takes a little bit more of, pumping to bump it, but man, I think the end product to these things like this is well worth it. See, that was a short flake right there. It jumped across that agate line, whatever it was. We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna press one more, and if you run short, I'll show you what I do. No, we got her cleared, so we're good. We're good. Gucci, man, Gucci. Ooh, we slipped. See that hard material tears up them flaker tips pretty good. So what we do when that happens, as soon as you slip, stop. Don't even, just stop. Resharpen your tip, regrind your rock. We'll keep going on that one because these are just little flakes coming down the side, and the reason it's slipping is because the way I'm trying to do it. Shit, wanting to agree with me here. Which is fine, you know, these hard stones sometimes you gotta talk to her, you gotta finesse her some and tell her, hey now, you gonna listen, and you gonna take that flake, and you gonna be, by gosh, what I want you to be. And sometimes that rock goes ahead and just tells you, no sir, no sir, just don't want to do it. And this would be one of them cases like this right here. There we go. Boom. See, don't give up. Don't give up. You know, it'll do it. Sometimes it takes a couple times to pop it off. Bam, that'll go though. Bam, look at that. Look at that nice. Decent. Not the best. Man. Beautiful. And this is where my pattern deviates from the greats. I don't down them at all. I just like doing it different. A lot of the time, I'll go ahead and show you they'll flake this face, they'll flip it over and flake this face, and then they'll dress their edges and do this face and this face. That's how Hopper did it. That's how Lonnie does it. I believe that's how Tim does it. A lot of them greats, man. A lot of them greats do it like that. I just, personally, I don't like to do it that way. And like I said, that's just me adapting to my way. That's nothing against them. That's not saying that they're wrong and I'm right. That's just my way of doing it, man. So I'm going to come in and flake this face, so I got me a finished face. Besides the base, I always do the bases last on everything. So we'll come in here, grind this puppy up, and we'll start it again. And if y'all happen to made it this far, thank you. And if you got any questions, something you want to see, I'm gonna start making these videos more often of me doing stuff and trying to narrate the best I can what I'm doing, so you can understand better and maybe help you with something and connect the dots on something like some of my teachers have done for me. Never hurts to see someone else do it a different way. And I'm gonna have to pause this here video, and I'm gonna have to go find my Allen wrench to go torque this out, because this ain't gonna work. Like I'm telling you, I need more nail. So bear with me, children, bear with me. All right, we're back. Got her popped out a lot better. Yeah, got some meat left on it now. So we're gonna flake this other side now, child. Send it. Oh, and another thing I forgot to say. So on the first side, on the first pass of the face, I always skip the tip. It helps me not blow the tip off, and I always catch it on this side. So, another trick, tip, whatever you want to call it. Something that I do. Whatever. And the river pain flow back to the sea. Well, if you don't come back home, stay. Bring a stop in the rain and happiness to me. Well, if you would just come back, I'd be so grateful. And the storm would be over. The world wouldn't seem so mean and hateful. I'd lay down on a bed of blue clover. There's love and the wind is dying down. Don't let it fool you, the storm ain't done. Blood water's rolling in, my heart's gonna drown. Our love's melting like flowers, ain't got enough sun. She's clearing, but we slipped, so we're gonna redress our edge. And we're gonna resharpen. There's a lull and the wind is gone down. Don't let it fool you, storm ain't done. Flood water rolling in, my heart's gonna drown. Our love's melting like flowers, ain't got enough sun. Boy, that shit is hard now. Woo-wee, child. That was rough, man. What I mean when I say you gotta make that rock agree, you and that rock gotta agree on something, stuff like that. Right there is what I'm talking about. Sometimes that rock don't want to do what you gotta do. You gotta sacrifice your pattern just a hair. And I don't mind. I don't mind a not perfect point. Personally, that's just me, once again. Some people strive for that perfection. I don't mind it. So that was a short flake. We're gonna resharpen again. Cause this rock is just, it's tough. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm gonna turn this heater down too, cause whoo-wee, this rock got me sweating that. Rock means business now. Gotta bring your A game. Alright. A little more dressing. See if we can't finish his face now. And when you're doing this, it looks like I'm squeezing the heck out of this thing, but I'm really just, it's pressing up against my fingers more than anything. I'm just cupping it, holding it there, and it's pressing up against my fingers, if that makes sense. Like I'm not squeezing that point, because you squeeze that thing when you're pressing like that and you go to snap, pop, that thing will blow in half, dude. So you just kind of, a little pressure on the, not even pressure, just kind of cupping it. Boy howdy, I can tell this point and me are gonna fight till the very end. Man, I might have to go beat this copper with a hammer real quick to anneal it some more, make it a little harder, because man, it is just eating my copper up. give it a couple more tries, and if not, I'm gonna go anneal this copper. Man, this stuff is being just not agreeing, you know. Which it's rhyolite, so imagine rhyolite don't agree with just that many people. Golly, though, man. It looks so good, though. Look at that, man. Just like, oh, it just looks so good. That mat looks so good, don't it? I'm gonna pause it again. I'm gonna go beat on that copper with a hammer real quick and nail it some, and I'll come back again and we'll give her another go. Alrighty, so I beat on it. You can tell I beat the living dog crap out of it. So that force hardens that copper to make it a little bit harder. And we're just gonna do a little touch up to make a round, you know, pencil. Going back to the pencil edge. Got something like that, you know. So we're going to redress again. Really good. Again. If you see me fall out in this video, it's because my seat's breaking, which is sad because I've had this seat a long time. Anywho. Oh man. Come on, man. What is going on here now? I think I might have a doo-doo spot in there. Yeah, kinda. I'm gonna sharpen this back up. Even when it's hardened, man, that stone just eats the shit out of it, man. Whee. Man, I can't believe it. You got the one full face to clear on it, whole face. Like I said, I'll do the base at the very end. I'll do both faces first, and then I come back and do the bases. But man, she cleared. I can't believe it. It looks relatively good, man. So, yeah, onto the other side. So, what I'll do too, since flipping the sides, is I'll grind over the top of the deltas, just to take off any of those micro fractures and the sharp edges. So when you're flaking the other side, if there's any sharp edges or something like that, it might grab onto that and open up something and blow your piece up. So just smooth off them ridges. Make them nice and smooth. Just take off all the tops of them off at about a, I don't know, 45-ish. Yeah. And then dress it back up and we're going to flake that side. Spend my days up on quicksand, there out play, wild as a rattlesnake, right from the start. Alright, gonna resharpen this puppy up, of course. Everyone thinks fog's easy. Fog's easy. Man, when you do obsidian, you know, it flakes good, man. You can blow through some obsidian really quick, you know. I'd be done already on a piece of obsidian, but hardstone, man, I'm just on one face. So it is what it is. It's the name of the game. I gotta press twice as hard to get this stuff to flake. Twice, 3, 4, 5 times harder. Okay, and on this, so how I flake the other side is I'm flaking underneath every delta, where all that meat's at, underneath every delta, all the way down. And when I grab, I'm grabbing right underneath the level of the bottom of that bottom of the trough right there. So you're grabbing right underneath it, right in the thickness of it. If that helps any. More tips, tricks, whatever you want to call it. Napping knowledge. Yeah. You're welcome. Happy Christmas. Merry Thanksgiving. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're running into trouble. She's flaking weird. There we go. We try to put that whammer on there. I'm telling you, that violent snap. Can't get it done. You can get that violent snap in there. Watcha! Get that rock ninja in there. Put it on him, you know what I'm saying? Hiya! Isn't that little flake? Boy, she's seen it now. Put it on there. Hiya! Send that sucker now. Send her all the way down. All the way downtown. Wow. Send that puppy. Send it. Coming up on this, whatever this crack thing is, so hopefully. Oh no! We might be able to save it. I'm gonna stop and show you. It broke open something in there. Right there. I was warned it was gonna do that. But it doesn't go all the way through, so let's see if we can't work past it and get to finish. Next one took, so we'll see. It's gonna be easy before we press. It's only time after all. Well, it's only time after all. Slipped. Boy, the heat's getting to me now, child. Ooh, my seat's going too. Well, this might be one heck of a video, guys. Turn that heat down. Ooh-wee, child. Alright, grind her up. My days are filled with moments of doubt and shame.
Seems everybody left me down. I look all around, there's no one left to blame. What have I done to deserve a thorny path? You never asked me.
See? You know it's gonna go. You can go ahead and give it to her, but sometimes that comes back to bite you. And you gotta watch it. But if you know she's gonna go, send it. Like that one right there. I just need to move over. Didn't have enough bite. I thought I didn't have enough bite. Redresser. Not undress, redress. Remember, keep your hands off the dust. Dust is your friend. Dang, man. Rude ass rock. Dang, man. Got that whole face done on that. There's that crack right there. I think because it doesn't go all the way through, we might be able to skate through over the top of that and finish this sucker out. So let's see. Remember, grind them deltas down. Let's get them sharp edges off so we don't have anything blow up that we don't intend to blow up. You know how that goes. Alright, let's dress up our edge. Okay, she's dressed up. Let's dress this up. Like I said, do good fog work, man. The tool prep is meticulous. But the results are way worth the meticulous effort. For sure. Well, sometimes if you're in a tip, it just wants to be difficult. Like that right there. It's alright, we got it cleared. It's one part, even on hard stone, gotta watch out and be delicate with. It's a tip. Not press anywhere on it hard or nothing, or else you'll, or there goes the tip. Turn the heater off, boy. It's baking in here now, man. That little ceramic element heater. Woo wee! Talking about cook you out now. Man. Woo! I'm telling you now.
First time old dude laid eyes on Juanita. Knew then and there she was the one. She gave him a love every man knows is needed. She gave him a daughter, she gave him a son. One day while Juanita was out in the garden, the bandit rode up without making a sound. The dude was working the plow far away from his rifle.
Redress on that slip. Almost done with the second face. Just gotta play it cool, man, and just follow the steps. Stay calm or something. What I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my low battery on my camera is when something goes wrong, like a slip or something like that, just stop, take a second, man, and readdress your problems. And man, usually you can, if you just take it easy and think about what you're doing and assess the situation, man, you can usually overcome. And if you can't, regrind it or throw it away. It's just a rock, man. I'm about to lose my seat. Let's do this bass, and I'll show you. I can show you the rest. Crack and all, she come out alive. Second face looks pretty decent. And that's what you're left with. I'll show you what I do on that here in a second after I finish flaking the base. And hopefully don't fall out of my seat because it's ripping. Come out beautiful on that bass. Let's do the other side. And we'll do the same thing. We'll take them deltas, just Give them a little touch up with that there diamond file, you know. Them sharp edges off. Give the tool a little dressing.
Said you ain't got to read between the lines, and you just got to turn the page. Well, don't stop nothing, and I ever done was give a good woman a ring. That's the way it goes. Life ain't fair, and the world is mean. That's the way it goes. Life ain't fair, and the world is mean.
Boom. She's flaked all the way around. Both faces. Okay. So now, I'm going to clean all this back off. I'm going to put the grinder back up here for a second. I'm going to show you what I do on that. Alright, so grinder's set back up. Between this last setup and now, I lost my poor chair. RIP. Yeah, it died. So I'm going to have to fix that. I've killed so much dove out of this thing and napped so many rocks out of it, it just gave up, man. Well, RIP. Anyway, back to that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna re-edge this puppy, take all the deltas down, and so we can put an edge on it. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in about a 45-degree angle and take those deltas off and meet in the middle at a 0 angle on both sides, all the way around. So let's do that. Still at a 180 grit on the grinder. Water, as always. 45-degree angle, or as close to it as possible. This chair's a little lower than my other one. I need some other chair, so flip it over. 45. Still need to grind some more. Almost there. You want a 0 edge. Ooh. I got off on that a little bit. I have to flake hard on that. I messed that angle up on that one. Ooh, that's my bad. Dang. Sorry about that. My memory went bad on my little chippy there. And I almost got finished grinding these edges. Edges are all ground on that puppy. All down to a 0 platform all the way around. I grind it just a little too much, but it'll be okay. We're gonna edge it, and yeah. Let's take this down. And let's change gears to a different pad, my edging pad. Different tool, my edging flaker. And I lost my Allen wrench again. Well, that sucks. Oh. Got him. Move my edger out a little bit. Sometimes they get bound up a little bit from all that pressure I've been doing on them. And then a little wacky won't fix, you know. Same thing, feel like a pencil. A little smaller of a copper in there. Same concept, except I'm going to be pushing this straight down on that zero edge. Flaking all the way down, flaking my deltas off, and then flipping it back over and flaking the deltas off the other side. I'll show you. You do have to edge this stuff with a little more violence, I guess you could say. It wants to not edge the best. But you know, that's how it goes with this hard stone. Then want to edge good. So you gotta make it edge good. You gotta tell it what you want to. Tell it, hey man, you gonna do what I want, and you gonna like it. Sometimes the finished product ain't always what you intended it to be, but in the end, you and the stone could agree to be something. See, I missed one little piece right there. So I've got it. The rest cleared off. And we're gonna flake all that. I've got some boogers in there. We'll fix that here in a second. So just gonna all flake off this other side, deltas. Okay, she's edged both sides. She got boogers, and we'll address these boogers and give it a good straight edge.
Decided to write a song for my hero, considering he's done so much for me.
Oh, that's, for being a rough material, man, that edge.
Decided to write a song for my hero.
It's not the straightest or the less hingiest, but man, it's pretty good for what the material is. Let's do a little dabby dabby on this tool. Do the other side.
Saw him mad, but I watched him break his back on the cold lumber. Give her everything she never had. When it all comes down to zero, nothing more this life could ever give. And I know I'll never find another hero, not another one like him. He was born on a summer day, some dark harbor, way back in the hills of Perry County. But grew up poor and never saw a dollar. But a dollar ain't no good in a cold camp anyway. When it all comes down to zero, nothing more this life could ever give. And I know I'll never find another hero, not another one like him. And if I'm half the man he was when I died, I don't know if I can ask too much more. Cause me, you only need one hand. Count your real friends in this life. You find true love, you better take both on. Hold on to your
That one went a lot better on that side. I don't know why. Maybe just I know what I was doing now, predicting the material. Got the edge on that side. Just going to do this side right here, and then the base, and we'll have a finished point, man.
Nothing more life ever give. And I know I'll never find another hero, not another one like him. Decided to write a song for my hero, considering he's done so much for me. When I woke up today and decided to kill my ego, ain't never done me no good, no how. Gonna break through and blast off to the barn door, and them clouds of life far away from here and now. Taking a photo now, divine vacation from reality and all
Let's
else.
get on that. We're going to come back and clean it up.
Gonna transfer my grace
Just like we did the other side,
to
make her
my
more uniform.
destination, far beyond time and the need of no dream. Am I dreaming? Am I dying? Either way, I don't mind at all. Oh, it feels so good, just can't help crying. Oh, you have to let go, so your soul
if you can beat that for a rhyolite point.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Everything is part of me. It's so hard looking new. All life is made of wood, but it curves your
Do the bottom and we're gonna be done with the edges. Sucker's so sharp, I want to cut my hand, man. I'm just edge crunching this one to make the base more uniform because it got all wonky. Crunch some edges on both sides, get it back uniform. I would notch it, but being that there's that crack in there, I'm not going to push the envelope on it, and I'm going to call it. I'm going to call this one good, man. Nice brick red rhyolite. Y'all, thanks for watching. If you did make it this far, comment, like, share, let me know what you want to see next. Thanks again, man, and Boat Arc Lithics, man. Appreciate it.